guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. I wasn't planning to do this episode, but I feel I have to do it just to make up for what I've done. So anyway, before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Right now, I want to talk about the way of communication because based on the last episode, you probably are freaking out. Really. My intention is not to freak you out. Now you're going to sit at home thinking, oh my God, I couldn't write anything. I couldn't say anything. If I'm upset with someone, that I cannot even rant about them. You know what I mean? That wasn't my intention. My intention is to just simply bring awareness to let you guys know how powerful your language is, how powerful your intention is, how powerful your, you can be. That's basically my intention is, because we never told that way, right? We never told how powerful we can be ourselves. Therefore, we just be very irresponsibly throwing things out there and thinking we don't have to be, held accountability for it. So anyway, by doing the previous episode, if you're not quite sure which episode I refer to, my episode referring to is episode 180, basically telling you the vocabulary you build the vocabulary that speak who you are. The key point to that is basically say the word you're throwing out there is actually connected very tightly to karma. So you really have to think what is your intention behind the word, and then carefully choose the word that will really in sync connect to who you are, what your intention is. Then you can say it. If you spend some time to do that, it will slowly bring you to more in sync with yourself, not only outside, but also inside. So anyway, so my intention wasn't to freak you out. So now I'm like freaking everybody out, like nobody's ever gonna talk again. No, we human contain emotion. We human will have emotion up and down, upset, frustrated, or things. There are times that we're simply so upset that we just want to rant. You know what I mean? I just want to rant. I just want to curse the world. I want to talk about how stupid people are because I'm really frustrated with it. I get it. You can do that. Seriously, what I'm saying is you can do that. But you really have to understand what your intention is. Instead of before when you're saying, oh, you were just so stupid, and you have so much justification to it. You know what I mean? You have so much justification. Like, the reason I said that is because they are really stupid, or they are really this and blah, 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 blah. Right. What I really want you to do is to come back and think about what my intention is. Your intention might be, I just want to rant. I need some form of frustration for me to release those anger. Otherwise, I'll go crazy. I need some way, some kind of form for me to express this. Otherwise, I just cannot take it anymore. If you are aware of that, that's great. So this is what I usually do. The best way to do it is not to, I'm just going to talk to my pillow, or I'm going to dig a hole next to the tree and rent it to the tree, or I'm just going to rent it to my animal. The best way, really, this is the best way, is when you are frustrated with someone, like particularly someone, in this particular event, learn to bring yourself to handle this right here, right now. You know what I mean? I am frustrated with this. The way you talk to me, I'm a little bit frustrated with that. Is there any better way we can communicate with that? You know what I mean? Instead of holding that anger, holding that frustration, and go back home, let it have a snowball effect, and then you end up have to figure out a way to vent it out. My best suggestion, which really, really, really will help you guys really work within your test, the test that you have to work with as a soul, the quickest way is actually dealing with the event right here, right then. You know what I mean? You haven't, very simple thing for you guys to think about. You don't see a lion going to a hunt, right? A hunt, and then didn't catch anything, and then come back home and say, and rant like, oh my God, that's such a bad day. I didn't get any prey. I'm really blah, 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 blah. See, things when you apply on the nature, it doesn't make sense. That means it should not make sense on you either. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with an event, whether that event is life or death decision, deal with it right then, right there, right then. So it will help you force you or even push you to confront your own fear. Therefore, you will have chance to work it. So what I'm saying is when you have situation like that, try to deal with it. Try to work it right there. And if you cannot do it right then, right there, you're like, you know what, I really want to, but I really don't have the muscle yet. What do? You have a lot of things. When you, let's say, assuming you are away from the situation and you really want to deal with, you have this frustration, you have that anger, you really need someone to talk to, right? Pre-warn people, you know what I mean? Pre-warn people. Like, I'm just want to rant in. I want to rant a little bit. It's okay, like, I rant a little bit. I just really need to get it on my chest. Right? So you kind of just, what you do is you actually wrap around your energy. Instead of just throwing out there and let the universe have a hold of you, what you do is you wrap around the energy and you almost feel like you are wrap it as a garbage and you're waiting to dump it. You're just gonna dump it. This is just renting. It's okay at rent because you don't know if everybody's ready for your rent, right? So you wrap it up as a karma itself, so therefore it doesn't have to go anywhere. Or come to bring to awareness that what it is that you're feeling. The reason I'm saying that, because really, if you really listen to my previous episode carefully, all I'm saying is ask you to really check with your intention. What is your intention? Check with it and make sure you are on top of that intention. Make sure you are aware of that intention before you speak. Because what end up happening is you will most likely choose the word that speak more of who you are and more in sync with your intention. And what does that exercise do is it will slowly bring you to become that real you that you always want to be. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, if you are not on a situation, you are not back, you might want to say something like, that guy's really stupid, right? I just want to rant, and then that guy's really stupid. But if I ever spend 5 seconds to think about my intention is, right, my sentence might be different. It might be, you know what? I have a need to call this guy stupid, but I think at the end it's because I really feel hurt. I feel hurt, right? So aside from this, I can give you a couple examples, like between me and my children, parents and children's conversation. Very often, parents want the best for their children, and then they will often give the suggestion, you should eat more healthy, you should eat more organic, you should exercise more, you should this. But kids, right? When kids listen to all that, they often just, they roll their eyes, or they're thinking, oh my God, all the cliche, like, oh, my dad is nagging again, my mom is nagging again. It's nag, nag, nag. You know what I mean? Very often, if the parent just say, instead of speaking all that, instead of saying all that, if parent can say, you know what, all I want is the best for you, right? All I want is best for you. Come on, just imagine that. If you were a kid, don't you feel different? Don't you feel different? You feel, instead of people try to attack you, you feel you are loved. Do you know what I try to describe? If that doesn't make you get an idea, then how about let's move it to a couple? The couple, usually we don't say it directly. We don't really check with our intention. Why is it that we say the word that we say? So instead, we say something like, you're always coming back home late. You always on your own world. You always just lie there and doing nothing. You always like that. So it sounds like we are blaming other people. You always taking their side. You always do that. You always do that, right? What I'm saying is, if you spend 5 seconds and listen to your intention, why do I choose to say things like that? What it is that behind those language, like what is my intention I really try to say? Then I may actually come to this awareness, realize, hey, you know what? The reason I said that is because I feel hurt. Right? So instead of saying, you are this, as a listener, you feel being attacked. But what if we start exercising the muscle and saying, in that situation, since I caught my intention, what I really want to say is, I feel hurt. I feel hurt. And nothing more. Nothing less, nothing more. Is simply that was my intention. Because I feel hurt, therefore I feel a need to hurt you. You know what I mean? So you will realize when people are more in sync with their feeling, their true feeling, not those language that's in front of them, not those words that just out there with the intention to hurt you, but simply just bring yourself back and connect with yourself and understand this is actually what I feel, right? Then you actually realize when you're able to do that, you give people more room to work with you, or more room to able to give you a hug, or more room to actually able to love you. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm just a little bit try to clarify. I wasn't planning to do this episode because I can talk forever. But just though I make one more episode to let you guys know there are so many ways of communication. My previous episode wasn't to scare you guys, so like, oh my God, I should never talk again. It's now, since we're more aware, we're going to become a generation of awareness. Then let us who is more aware do something better. Do something better. You know what I mean? When we didn't know better, that's so be it. But now, since we know better, let's make the extra effort to check with our intention. You know what? Check with our intention and use the proper word to describe those intention, instead of wait until later, wait until, nobody care or nobody's there, or even dig a hole and rent it out to the tree. I was joking because somebody gave me that suggestion. I'm gonna rent it to the tree. The chances, come on, there's all kind of experiment out there. If you do that to the tree, that poor tree is most likely not gonna grow really happy. What I'm here to suggest to you guys is the best way of communication is be at the present and deal with it. I get it. You will have a lot of fear. I get it. It's not always easy. The reason I know is that I myself in a lot of situation like that too. But what I'm saying is, as long as you're willing to make an effort, you know what I mean? You're willing to make an effort. You may not be successful all the time, but if you're willing to try once every 5 times, you are making the progress. You know what I mean? If you're willing to do it once every 5 times, you know what? I better give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try this time and see what can I do, right? You are making a difference. You are becoming better. So really the best way of communication is right at the spot, deal with it. If you're frustrated with somebody and you understand you have that intention to hurt them, now bring yourself to that awareness. You know what? Instead of saying the word to hurt them, you can simply say, I feel hurt. That's why I feel the need to hurt you, right? I shouldn't have, but I did feel hurt. So whatever result you decide to do, you may decide, can I just be quiet because at this moment I feel hurt, or you can decide to work it through. That's totally your choices. Everybody's different. But this is just a suggestion for you guys. When you do that more often, seriously, through time, you will realize you will be more in sync with your feeling, your sensation, your emotion, and overall. Therefore, this little exercise little bit at a time, will slowly shape who you are. So anyway, just a quick episode to make up to all the commotion I created previously. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Periscope, live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, I see you guys next time. Bye.